When we picture a medieval nun, we often imagine a silent, cloistered figure lost in prayer, shrouded in mystery and devotion. The image is quiet, almost frozen in time, as if their lives were spent entirely in stillness and solitude. But that's only part of the story. These women were not just brides of Christ. They were scholars, artists, businesswomen, and sometimes rebels. Their days were filled with learning, creativity, and leadership, far beyond what we might expect. Their convents buzzed with activity, the scratch of quills on parchment, the clatter of looms weaving intricate fabrics, and the constant murmur of study and debate. These were places of industry and intellect, where ideas flourished and skills were honed. For many, the convent was a place where a new kind of life began, one filled with opportunity, ambition, and even joy. Here, women could pursue education, form deep friendships, and find a sense of purpose that was rare outside convent walls. Their stories, often overshadowed by tales of kings and knights, are just as significant. These nuns shaped their communities, influenced culture, and left behind legacies that still echo today. Nuns managed vast estates, healed the sick with herbal remedies, and preserved precious knowledge by copying ancient texts. They were caretakers, educators, and guardians of wisdom in a turbulent world. They navigated strict rules but also carved out spaces for their own desires and ambitions. Within the boundaries of convent life, they found ways to express themselves, support each other, and sometimes even challenge authority. Uncovering their lives is like finding a hidden diary, full of surprises that challenge our assumptions about the medieval world. Each story reveals a new layer of complexity, resilience, and humanity. So, let's step inside these convent walls and discover the real stories of medieval nuns. Their world is waiting to be explored, filled with secrets and unexpected truths. Prepare to be surprised. The secret lives of medieval nuns are anything but dull. Their hidden world is vibrant, dynamic, and more relevant than ever. Was the convent a prison or a haven? This question has echoed through the centuries, shaping how we view the lives of women in the Middle Ages. For some women, especially those forced into religious life by their families, the convent felt like a place of confinement, a world with high walls and strict rules where personal choice was limited. Yet, outside those walls, most women faced even harsher realities: arranged marriages, relentless cycles of pregnancy and childbirth, and almost no access to education or legal rights. Their lives were often dictated by fathers, husbands, and the expectations of society. Inside the convent, women could escape the dangers of childbirth and the constant control of men. Here they found a measure of safety and stability that was rare in the outside world. Within these walls, women could become scholars, artists, or even leaders, sometimes managing vast estates and wielding real power over land and people. The convent offered opportunities for learning and creativity that were almost unheard of elsewhere. The abbess, at the top of this hierarchy, was a formidable figure. She corresponded with bishops and kings, made important decisions, and was respected both inside and outside the convent. For ambitious women, the convent was a rare launchpad for a career and intellectual life. Here, they could teach, study, and pursue their passions in ways that were impossible elsewhere. So, was it a cage or a sanctuary? The answer depended on who you were, your circumstances, and what you hoped to find within those walls. For some, it was a prison, a place of isolation and lost dreams. For others, it was a place of purpose, community, and unexpected freedom. The convent was a unique space where women governed women, where intellect and talent were valued, and where new possibilities could emerge. This duality of restriction and opportunity makes the medieval convent endlessly fascinating, a world full of contradictions and hidden stories. It was a place of both limits and liberation, where the boundaries of a woman's life could be redrawn. And for many, it was the only place where a woman's talents, intellect, and spirit could truly shine, leaving a legacy that still inspires us today. The day began before dawn with matins, the first of 8 daily prayers. But life in the convent was far more than endless prayer. After services, nuns worked in scriptoriums, copying and illuminating manuscripts, preserving knowledge for generations. Others tended the sick, using herbal medicine, or managed the convent's finances and lands. Many were skilled businesswomen, running farms and selling produce. Some wove textiles or embroidered church vestments. Others tended gardens for food and medicine. Travel wasn't unheard of. Abbacies attended church councils, and some nuns even went on pilgrimages. Nuns interacted with the world as landlords, healers, and spiritual guides. Their days were a tapestry of prayer, work, learning, and engagement with the world beyond their walls. The convent was a center of activity, not isolation. Meet Hildegard of Bingen, a woman who shattered every stereotype. Given to the church as a child, she became a visionary, mystic, composer, scientist, and leader. Her visions, once secret, became the foundation for her groundbreaking work. Hildegard composed haunting music, wrote about medicine and nature, and even invented her own language. She corresponded with popes and emperors, offering advice and rebuke. When challenged by church authorities, she fought for her community and won. Hildegard's audacity and intellect made her a force of nature. Her story proves that the convent could be a place for extraordinary women to thrive. Her legacy still inspires us today. Convent life was ruled by strict codes, obedience, poverty, chastity. But nuns were human, and rules were often bent. Archaeologists have found personal treasures, pins, buckles, even hidden purses. Some nuns kept pets or received special comforts from wealthy families. Deep friendships formed, offering support and joy in a rigid world. There were even rare scandals, nuns escaping, forbidden love affairs, or open defiance of authority. These stories reveal the tensions beneath the surface, reminding us that nuns were real women with real desires. Even in the most disciplined communities, the human spirit found ways to bend the rules. Across Europe, medieval convents still stand, inviting us to walk through history. In Germany, the Abbey of St. Hildegard continues her legacy with music and vineyards. In England, the dramatic ruins of Whitby Abbey recall St. Hild, a powerful female leader. Spain's monastery of Las Huelgas was a royal convent of immense wealth and influence. These sites offer a tangible connection to the women who shaped them. Their chapels, gardens, and cloisters echo with stories of power, creativity, and resilience. Visiting these places brings the hidden world of medieval nuns vividly to life. Their legacy is written in stone, waiting to be discovered. Medieval nuns lived lives of striking contrast: confinement and freedom, silence and expression, obedience and rebellion. Within the thick stone walls, their days were shaped by both strict rules and moments of unexpected liberation. They found joy in art, music, learning, and friendship. Their creativity flourished in illuminated manuscripts. Their voices rose together in song, and their bonds of sisterhood offered comfort and strength. By uncovering their stories, we reclaim a vital part of women's history, one that has too often been overlooked or forgotten. Convents were places where a woman's mind was her greatest asset, where learning and contemplation were encouraged, and where ideas could quietly flourish. These stories challenge our assumptions about the past and about women's power, revealing that strength and influence can take many forms. Next time you see an old abbey or cloister, remember, it's not just a building, but an archive of women's lives, dreams, and achievements. Imagine their routines, their work, their voices in song, echoing through the halls at dawn and dusk, shaping the rhythm of each day. Become a historical detective. Read their writings, admire their art, walk where they walked, and let your curiosity guide you deeper into their world. In doing so, you connect with the hopes, dreams, and enduring spirit of thousands of women who came before us. Their hidden world is waiting to be found. richer, more complex, and more inspiring than you ever imagined. Their legacy lives on, inviting us to listen and learn.